just picked up this thing from a local auto recycler who bought it from a guy who bought it from the insurance company. The story is, some guy bought it from the insurance company. I think it was some body shop or company. They realized they were in over their head and they just didn't want to do it. This car is really rough. There's so many things wrong with this car. I figured I could pick it up. It's gonna be a little quarantine project. The big issue with it is catastrophic engine failure at 128,000 miles. It can be left to you to speculate why that is. It was definitely involved in an accident before the engine failure. There's quite a bit of undercarriage damage. The AC condenser is busted. Besides that, I see potential. The number one priority will be replacing the engine. Next, we're gonna tackle the suspension issues. And then third is gonna be the body.
Oh, what a dangerous man, he got his mind right. Okay with being famous, but he can't stand the limelight. Knows enough language to reach the heinous and tainted mind. But when he open wide, they like, God, who he sound like?
The engine is out, boys. That's it right there. So I gotta go get the new engine. This thing is gonna be budget as possible. Okay, right now let's talk about the situation with the engine. After taking the engine out, I was supposed to go get another one from a guy. I was going back and forth with him for the past couple days, and all of a sudden he just stopped responding. So I had to go source another engine. So I had to go to this auto recycler, this salvage yard, whatever. Now, because of COVID-19, all the U-Pull yards are closed. So I don't have a choice but to buy one from one of those auto recycler places where they take it out. I really don't like doing that. Every time I buy from those kind of people, it's always a pain in the ass and there's always just some sort of problem. Anyway, I had to suck it up, went and get it. I got the engine from there, but long story short, the engine went to a manual transmission car, so I took the clutch off, bolted on the flex plate, but the torque converter nipple in the middle would not slide into the back of the crankshaft, that place. The engine did not fit my car, is what I'm saying. Took the engine back to the salvage yard place. I said, hey, this doesn't fit my car. I need an engine that goes to a automatic transmission car. So eventually we got the correct engine. The next day, put the engine in, got it running. All right, boys. This thing's running pretty good. Yeah. Let me show you all the engine. That's it, man. I got the belts on, everything on, the oil's in it, the coolant's in it. Put some tranny fluid, filled up the power steering fluid. And I had my jump pack, but I took it off and the old battery's in there. And the old battery is back in there. I might need to replace it. Everything went smoothly. I'm also missing this engine mount. I'm still crossing my fingers. I hope the engine is good. It's looking like the engine is good, but you never know. It could have a blown head gasket. It may not. Who knows? I don't think it has a blown head gasket. Usually when a car has a blown head gasket, there's a slight mist from the coolant passing through the cylinders and causing the sparks to mix. But this it's running smoothly. And the one thing I'm missing is the muffler. The muffler is broken. It's a common issue on this generation Honda Civic. So I gotta get a new muffler for it. Other than that, we just got this body work. I'm pretty much wrapped up on this body work. I just gotta get some spray paint and spray this and I'll be done with that. Hopefully the transmission is good. I still have yet to get the heat all the way up to operating temperature. Because I haven't driven it around yet. I have to drive it around for it to get to that point. But yeah, I'm hoping this is good. It's looking pretty good so far. Okay, what I have here are the 2 flat tires for the car. What I want to do is try and fill up these tires This one was completely off the bead. The tire was flat on the ground. Even the rim was kind of on the ground a little bit. So hopefully, I'm really trying to do this car on a shoestring budget. I'm not trying to replace any wheels or any tires if I don't have to. The tire tread is still good. This wheel was flat. However, the tire is still on the bead. So all I want to do is try and fill these tires up with air. What I did on this wheel was I sprayed some WD-40 and did a little light sand on the inside of the rim. And then I put a little bit of oil, put it all around the bead right there. So hopefully this thing holds air, and I'm not really worried about this one. Both tires filled up flawlessly, even the one that where the rim was really on the ground even, but it filled up perfectly. It holds air. The tread is also really nice, so I'm gonna put them back on. Saved us a lot of money. Alright guys, this is the front bumper cover. It was tucked away inside the car. Normally, anyone would just replace this thing. This is a bumper cover for 2006 to 2011. They're pretty cheap. However, I'm on a shoestring budget. I got time, and I don't want to spend any money. So I'm going to try and fix this thing up. I know it looks bad, but it's fixable. One thing that I've already started doing with success is this grill. This thing broke off in that accident. These tabs that mount the grill to the chassis broke off, and I plastic welded them back on, and they hold pretty steady. Plastic welded it on both sides. Those are all the zip ties. I'm going to flip this over, see how it looks. Oh, yeah. So this looks nowhere near as bad as it did before. I'm going to leave these stitches just as they are. I'm not going to do any plastic welding or Bondo or anything because I'm not a body guy. Every time I try doing Bondo, it never comes out well. It always looks as if it would have been better if I just left it with the stitches. I'm going to sand down this area over here and get it all prepped up for some spray paint. I just want to smooth out some of these scratches, these deep gouges. Alright guys, got the Civic bumper all assembled and ready to go. This is not the final product. I sanded down this area. I'm not going to do any bondo or anything. I'm going to leave this all stitched up like that. Some of y'all may disagree, but I'm not a body guy. Every time I try to be a body guy, it always turns into a disaster. Now we're going to move on to the headlight. As you can see, this area was pushed in pretty good and the fender is trashed. So we're going to have to replace that fender. However, I think the headlight is still good, even though it's wiggling around like that. So all the mounts are broken. I'm going to try and plastic weld the mounts back to the headlight. All right. So we have most of the tabs welded on. We got two of the ones on top welded on, as well as the one on the bottom. There is one more tab that belongs on the side there, but that one, I can't find it. It's not on the car, so we're just gonna have to leave that one off. The headlight housing is cracked up pretty badly. However, I'm just gonna send it. It's not a big deal. If it works, it works. Save a penny wherever we can. The show must go on. We might actually be able to save this fender. It ain't looking too bad. Yo, this fender looks so much better than it did before. I didn't even think this was salvageable. As I got this headlight in, now as you can see over here, there's a little gap between the headlight, and also this piece down here is supposed to bolt in with this fender. So this fender is still pushed back a little bit, so I'm trying to pull back here on the fender and get this thing straightened out. So hopefully this gap is going to close up here. Even if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. I'm not trying to spend any money really, so we're going to try and manipulate the metal. This fender is coming out pretty good anyway, so hopefully it looks like we're going to get away without having to replace it. As you can see, all the JB weld and the plastic weld broke off. But right now, this fender still has to come forward, so this thing needs to be straight. Okay guys, I got it pretty much as good as it's gonna get. As you can see, there's no more gap between the headlight here. The gap, everything is looking all good with the body lines here. Everything broke off when I wiggled this thing around a little bit. So what I did was I drilled in holes, zip tied the brackets to the light. So this thing is not going anywhere. So this is pretty much as good as it's gonna get. It looks fine, and the gaps all look good. We just got this body work. I'm pretty much wrapped up on this body work. I just got to get some spray paint and spray this, and I'll be done with that. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. And as always, I'm grinding. I hope y'all are doing the same. Y'all stay strong, stay healthy, and stay inspired. I'm out. Peace.